This is the next big common failure on F80, F82, M3 and M4 cars. So a quick Carbon Works workshop update, just to bring you guys up to speed on the fact that aside from our usual array of performance modifications and upgrades, carbon fibre, etc. that we offer, we do also cover general mechanical repairs. So this is Sean's M4. He's a frequent flying customer with us. It's got a lot of carbon on the car, as you can see, but we've also done some performance mods for him amongst other things. Last visit he was here for replacement downpipes on the car, which has been done, but we noticed some other items that needed attention when it was here last, which he's decided to go ahead and have us do for him, which is why it's here this visit. So we're actually quite a few months down the line from that last visit, which is because of the availability of parts for this repair. So those that know what they're looking at will see that the rear end of the car is in pieces at the moment. There's some of it on the floor just there. That is because we're replacing the rear drive shafts on this car, which any of you that are familiar with earlier models of M cars, so for instance your E46, your E92, will know that it's a very common failing for those cars as well to have the rear shafts go, so they're commonly replaced. Sean's car is used quite heavily. It's done over 100,000 miles now, so again it comes as no surprise to us that actually at this point we're starting to see issues with their shafts as well. So I've got everything stripped out now. We'll have a quick look underneath. It basically means disconnecting the majority of the rear suspension to be able to pop the drive shafts out and remove them in their entirety. There's very few individual working repair parts for the shafts, so Sean's actually opted to have both of them replaced. Only one of them has failed, but chances are the second won't be very far behind. So whilst we're in here, we're doing both. Not a small undertaking. It's over £1,000 per drive shaft, and that's just the parts. There's also some other subsequent bits we'll go through in a minute that need to be replaced at the same time. But yeah, as it stands, we're fully stripped out, which is great. So it's all ready to be reassembled with the new parts, which I'll run through over on the bench. So here on the side, we've got the drive shafts, both old and new. So bringing our attention first to the original shafts that come out of the car. This is the one here that's started to fail. So as you can see, it's starting to leak grease from inside the boot. So at each end, you've got these CV joints that allow the shaft to articulate with the suspension as the car goes over bumps and so on and so forth. So they are hugely important. They need to remain lubricated, which is why they have this rubber boot containing all the grease. This one started to fail. Common thing with the BMW shafts as well is they have this pressed plate containing the CV joint itself. That is not available separately. That cannot be replaced on its own, certainly not from BMW anyway, which is why we've ended up doing the whole shaft. So again, no noise from this. This is all from a visual inspection of my own. So I spotted this when the car was here last, which is why we've chosen, or why Sean has chosen to have these replaced on his car. So long term, this would only get worse. Once the grease has been lost from the joint, you'd more than likely start to hear it clicking through operations. They start to knock, and then worst case, it can, at the end of it, all of that fail once it's completely worn out. So good to get these done prematurely. It avoids any lasting, more expensive damage being done to things like the differential or other things in the driveline, stuff at the back of the car, which is why he's chosen to book it in with us to have it all replaced. So moving on to the replacement, you can see again a pile of shiny parts in front of us. Here are the BMW genuine workshop tools for removal and reinstallation of the drive shafts. So we've got those in specifically for this job, and they will then remain with us for anyone that subsequently wishes to have their drive shafts replaced, which is great. Saves us time, and also the most important thing is saves us from doing any damage to the new parts during the installation, because again, it's all well and good trying to send it in with a hammer, but these cups here, they look shiny and silver on here because they're not as rusty as the old ones. But if you do any damage to those, again, they can't be replaced separately, and you end up in a bit of a sticky situation there. So that's what these locking rings are for, there to help with the installation. This has helped with removal. So that's the workshop tools covered, and then you've got the new parts here. So with these processes, we use genuine BMW parts, genuine BMW tools. We also have access to BMW workshop instructions, so everything is carried out as per the BMW book, with the required subsequent parts replaced. So in here we've got a pair of new drive shaft seals, or output shaft seals for the differential, one of which is starting to leak as well, so that's a well-timed replacement, as well as circlip rings, drive shaft end nuts, and also these protective collars, which are again part of the installation process to stop any damage occurring to the seals whilst the shafts are being inserted. So we've got the full collection of parts there, fresh, again genuine differential oil to go in the diff once it's all back together, and that should be a full clean bill of health on the rear axle then once we're done. Because of the amount of stuff that's apart, I'll also do a full wheel alignment again at the end, but most of you guys following this channel will know already we're perfectly capable of doing that. So I think that brings everything up to speed. These drive shafts, one of them was subject to a significant weight, so it's been best part of 6 months since we actually last saw Sean with the car, that he's been waiting for the second shaft to turn up. So bear that in mind if this is something that you're in need of being done on your car or thinking about having done. Obviously, again, same with the older cars, the available stock gets used up on the cars where people need them replacing, and then once the stock is gone, there is a wait time for them to be manufactured. So like I say, that's what's held us up. We've had one shaft sitting here waiting for a few months, but even that on itself took a couple before it got here. So not uncommon these days in the main dealer circuit, certainly post-COVID. There's never ceased to be an issue with supply chain, but yeah, they're here now. That's the main thing. We're going to get them fitted today. Any questions you guys have, feel free to drop them in the comments or send us an email. Like I say, obviously, as you can see, we've got everything we need here to be able to do this on your car should you need it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Like, share, subscribe.